Hi, I'm Tlish, and you're watching Coffee and Clicks. I hope you enjoy my content, and if you do, you should smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. And don't forget to follow the link tree in the description of this video in order to be redirected into my various media outlets like Facebook, Discord, and Patreon. So that's found in the description of this video. You should go check it out. I hope you're enjoying your day, and I hope you enjoy today's episode of Coffee and Clicks. Don't forget, wake up and smell the clicks. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Tlish, and you're watching Coffee and Clicks. Today we are going to be doing a double brick unboxing of X-Men House of X with and we're joined by Antonio Clark.
Hello,
Welcome,
hello.
Antonio. How are you doing?
Yeah. It's Clicksmith. It's Clicksmith. You know how it is. It's nothing better than opening boosters. So I'm ready whenever you are, good
Yeah,
sir.
and so we're gonna do this double brick unboxing. Once again, by the way, subscribe. People who are watching at home, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the link tree found in the description of this video for more links to my media content, Facebook, Discord, and things like that. So We're gonna jump right in and get started on this double brick unboxing. So I'm gonna unbox a brick, and Antonio is gonna unbox a brick. Um, he's also an artist, as most people know in the HeroClix community. And so we're not only we're going to talk about the different dials and things like that, but we're also going to talk about the sculpts and how this HeroClix set looks. I'm gonna I don't know about you, Antonio. I'm gonna try to go into it with like a positive mindset and an open mind. I know a lot of people have been talking. What are your thoughts on that? Like,
You know, it's if you've been playing HeroClix for a long time, then you definitely know that unfortunately this isn't anything new. I do not, and I know for a fact that this is not like WizKids just deliberately screwing the customer just because the price raised and because the sculpts are increasing. Sometimes when things are changed, it's a little bit of a fumble. That's exactly what this is. Unfortunately, we, the consumers, are just bearing the brunt of it. But realistically, it happens sometimes. You know, when people initially change, when Coca-Cola initially changed the recipe, people didn't like it. You know, so this is just some growing pains, literally, because the sculpts are bigger. But overall, let's be positive. It's new clicks. The set is great. I think overall, do I expect every sculpt to be amazing? Of course not, because if you've played HeroClix before, you know that to be true. So
yeah, I know a lot of people have been talking about the sculpts and also the distribution of the set, but I think whatever I pull, I'm just gonna enjoy it, and if I just enjoy playing this game, and I love the feel of opening up a booster, and
Clicksmith.
yeah, it's Clicksmith, so
Clicksmith. Literally, it's late Christmas presents for all of us, realistically. And the thing about it is, in the last time that we saw distribution like this was the Deadpool and X Force set, and I was at a battle royale. I was at an event and we had battle royales, and each person in the battle royale pulled the same exact booster. I'm talking about every figure, and the rare was Jackhammer, which would realistically was the not a rare that you wanted, especially in a BR. Nobody pulled anything except for that rare Jackhammer, and then just commons and uncommons. So I was like, we just told everybody just to play the exact booster. Like we was like, everybody just play the full booster. So everyone has the same five figures. So is it something that we like? Of course not. But is it something that's uncommon? Unfortunately, it's not in WizKids' hands to put every figure in the in the boosters and stuff like that. So it's just something we got to deal with. But in the meantime, let's get the cracking.
Yeah. Just one more thing that I wanted to mention
Of
before we
course.
get going is that there are also boosters in this set that are team boosters.
Oh yeah.
They're
Oh
team
yeah.
themed boosters. They advertise that in this set that they have like themed boosters. And so when we open up each booster, an idea that I had was that we could rate it from 1 to 5.
Mhm.
5 espresso shots being the best. We're gonna rate the boosters instead of rating the figures themselves. We'll rate the boosters, and we'll rate them on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay.
Indeed.
So let's do it. Okay. So do you want to
Let's
do the
go.
honors? Do you want to do the honors and
No,
open up?
it's your show,
It's
good
my show.
sir.
Okay.
You get it rolling. You get it rolling.
All right. I always bring a knife.
I'm gonna show you a trick when I open mine. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, when I see people do these unboxings, even Scott Porter, like it makes me crazy that you have to like break out a knife and then you got to do all this finagling. I'm gonna show you how I unbox.
So this is the first booster. See
Let's
what we
go.
got.
Are you pulling left from right? Because
Ah.
I do keep. Oh gosh,
Oh no.
that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. My boosters, the
All
way
right.
my boosters
Here we
are.
go. All right.
Go
Oh,
for
I
it.
got a Magneto. I was looking for a
Fantastic.
Magneto.
Nice.
We got a Magneto. So I don't know if you guys can see it there. We have Magneto, Chamber,
Mm-hmm.
Egg, Beast, and Rachel Gray.
Nice.
I'd give this a 3 on this booster because Magneto's a good pull. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
rare, but still, it's one of the better rares. So.
Magneto's a great figure. At the different point costs. Rachel gives you some TK. Beast is a okay like secondary attacker and everything like that. Egg gives you light objects for Magneto to TK into and Rachel to TK into people. Chamber is a nice piece to give you some poison. So
Very nice.
I am pulling front the front. If we're looking at the booster, forward
Okay.
in front, I'm pulling the front left hand side.
Oh, so am I. I just happen to be doing the same thing. So
Fantastic. So when you open a booster, all you have to do is pull from the front, right? So when you like this along this line, all you got to do is like that. Easy peasy. Just put your thumb in and then open it and it's cardboard. So then it comes out easy as pie.
from the bottom.
From the bottom. Pull from the bottom.
Okay.
So first up I got Corsair, Black Tom, super rare, okay? Douglock, which I absolutely love, Havoc, and Beast. So I would give this booster a 3.5 realistically. Corsair has prob for Havoc's low values. Douglock is one of my favorite pieces in the set with his unoutwittable shape change that can take a power. He's a good piece for the in a long dial to just run up on somebody and then base them. Black Tom is sneaky good with his jumping around and potentially smacking somebody for 4 damage is again really really good. And course, anytime you pull prob is great. I'm gonna check for ID cards. I didn't see any.
Yeah, I'm gonna check for the team up cards too. I forgot to do that.
Yep. So there we go right there. So that's my first booster, super rare. I'm already out the gate. I'm doing pretty all right.
Well, here is the Krakoan Revival card with Magneto.
And Krakoan Revival, people are thinking that Krakoan Revival just comes. It's only going to come with someone who actually has Krakoan Revival as a trait. If you don't see the Krakoan Revival trait on anyone, then you will not see the Krakoan Revival card. Go right ahead, good sir.
Okay. Booster number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try your trick here. Oh yeah. All right.
Only in the front.
I'm so
Come
bad
out,
at it.
So come out of the front, the front of it.
Front.
Yeah. So pull from the front. Meaning, look. Put your. I'll show you again. Again. Let's go ahead.
Oh, okay.
That's the one thing when I watch these unboxings, like people like really like struggle so much. And I'm like, geez, oh, I see something big.
Oh my! Oh yeah! Here we
Is
go.
that Phoenix? Oh man, Phoenix.
This is Phoenix. Yep, I got old man Phoenix.
Congrats, good sir.
Nice.
Congrats.
I'm so happy on that.
That's great for unboxing.
And who else do we got in this booster? Oh, and this is the This is the God booster that everybody's talking about. Old
What are
Man
we talking
Phoenix,
about?
Bishop
Prime
Prime,
Bishop,
Prime Bishop, Forge, um,
Rare Professor X.
Emma Frost,
Ooh.
and Rare Professor X. So that's a five. That's a number 5 booster right there. Yeah,
So you might actually have a Juggernaut in that brick.
that would be
It's
cool.
a, it's a good chance you have a Juggernaut in that brick, as a matter of fact.
Very
So
nice.
what would you rate? What do you rate that booster, good sir?
Definitely a 5. 5. I mean, I'm very happy with it, of course.
So so before
Love that.
this,
I love that sculpt, by the way.
I mean, the sculpt is amazing. He's very top heavy. He's not probably going to fit in most people's boxes, but that is an amazing sculpt. What are your thoughts, real quick, on Old Man Phoenix?
Old Man Phoenix. I mean, I think I don't think he's meta,
Okay.
but I think he's very good. I mean,
Mm.
all you know, like I think the ability that he has to um take away what is it, healing abilities, or let me look at it.
Yeah, if you play Krakoan Revival against him, you cannot do anything to possibly evade or reduce damage. And people forget something with Old Man Phoenix. Remember this, folks, that are watching. If you play Old Man Phoenix and you go against and he hits someone that has, he gives that unwanted token to somebody, they can no longer reduce the damage that pushing takes. Pushing, when you read willpower, it says the penetrating damage that is dealt from pushing, you reduce it. So
The
you
only
can
thing I was thinking about him is he's got no range. He's a 0 range figure. I mean,
so much TK in this. Is so much TK in the set. You could, I mean, just in the game, you give him for 5 more points for 165. I mean, that's more than half of your click, but you give him Nightbringer ring, and then now he's running around smoke. He's a taxi. He can run around smoke, and that makes it harder for some people to shoot him. And I mean, he heals every turn. He's gonna heal something every turn. That's an amazing figure.
okay.
When I think if you're a brick, you gotta have the thing that makes a brick amazing to me is having auto healing for yourself, where you don't need anything like the soul gem or anything like that, or the carnage symbiote. He heals without having to kill anything, and that's amazing. So all right, so this is the back left hand corner again. So just so you see, all I'm doing is I'm putting my thumb in at the bottom, and I'm just ripping across the front.
Oh, the front, even though that's not where
The front
the
of the back. The back has tape on it, so
okay.
that's why you rip across the front. It rips easily.
Okay.
Okay, so I got regular Sunspot, Domino, Jean Grey, or I mean Marvel Girl, Egg, and Professor X. And this Professor X realistically is a really, really good sculpt. In hand, this Professor X looks really, really cool. I like that they put it at the back. His energy coming out the back instead of his head. We know that I've been playing HeroClix for a long time. If you put it on his head, more than likely it's going to snap off. Putting it in the back makes it look very cool. A little bit weird, but still for the sturdiness. These characters are really, really sturdy. I really, really enjoy that. So I would give this again. I would give this figure jeans on the team, dominoes on the team. So I do have probability control. I do have 2 outwits. This booster, I really honestly would give a 4. Jean and Professor both have Krakoan Revival. If you want, if Professor died, because you really can't leave him alive, if you ask me, Jean could bring him back possibly. Domino could come back. I really enjoy that figure for sure. So good pull. I love that Professor X. I'm a mind control fanatic, so that Professor X, seeing through pretty much everything except for blocking, I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you were telling me about Professor X and kind of showing me his capabilities, because at first I wasn't a believer in that Professor X, but I do appreciate mind control with when they make it. I feel like they did that with a lot of figures, though. So a lot of the figures, ever since mind control was kind of nerfed, right? Like they have made uber mind control figures to
You
make,
have to.
to overcompensate for it.
Plus, it's Professor X. If there's going to be a uber mind control piece in the game, there's very few that should be at the level that Professor X is.
Yeah,
If you notice, Emma and Jean aren't at his level as far as mind control, but Professor X should stay. Is the most powerful mind on the planet. He should do some really crazy stuff, you know. So, and not in my opinion, not every figure has to be. A lot of people don't like moving attack pieces, and I understand why. But certain pieces really are amazing once you get them set up. And Professor X, I think, is one of those pieces. He's pricey. Excuse me. He's pricey for today's game. When you have 15, 20, even 50-point figures that are really, really amazing. But for 75 points, I think personally he pulls his weight. You can't ignore him. If you do, he's going to mind control almost half your team. And that's pretty good. So,
yeah. So, all right, it's my turn. I'm gonna open this up.
indeed. Tony's like, I'm cutting the top, man. I'm not.
Oh,
doing
I
this,
forgot.
bro.
I forgot.
No, you're good, bro. Do
I've,
you?
I have failed at this 3 times in a row now. I forgot what I just totally forgot what you told me to do. All right,
Listen,
I'm
by
gonna
all
try it.
means, bro. By all means, by all means. We just want to see, look. Everyone wants to just see what you open anyway.
All right, here we go. We have all right, is this the uncommon Wolverine? You know what? Yeah,
Nice.
so uncommon Wolverine, which is good.
It's good.
Sunspot, Bishop,
Mhm.
Rogue,
Rogue is
and
good.
Shard.
Rogue is good. I go. Yeah, let's see. What do you rate that?
Maybe like a 2. I don't know.
You have hypersonic. You have hypersonic. You have outwit with Bishop. You have PD with Shard to make Bishop shoot a little bit better, and then you have Sunspot to also attack the cheap taxi. It's not the best. Don't get me wrong.
I guess in sealed it would be pretty decent, right?
Yeah,
And I actually got a team up card too. So I have a team up card.
Which one? Which one is it?
Team up Apocalypse, A, Cardinal, North, Rasputin, and Zorn.
Yeah. I like all the future guys. And that Wolverine, I know everyone really likes the 60.1, and I do as well, but don't overlook the 50.1 with the traded toughness and the ability, again, to heal on his own. He's a perfect Krakoan revival piece in a lot of times, too. He's really good. I actually really like that Wolverine. All right. Okay. I'm going in the front. Again, finger in the bottom like this. Comes right out. All right. So I got Chode, uncommon Psylocke, Trinary, Shard, and common Psylocke. So I'm a Psylocke fan. She is my second favorite X lady, and definitely in my top 5 X people of all time, with Havoc being my number 1. But this Chode, it's look at that. That is an amazing sculpt. When you look at it, you look at his back, look at how they did the scales and everything like that. This is a great pose. I mean, it's a very like Hulkish pose, and of course he is green. He's got purple in his shorts, but this is a really, really good pose. Even the little bystander that he makes, you can see the face very clearly on his shoulder, and his face is done very, very well. Just enough of a wash to give you a little bit of the darkness in between the lines. Overall, this booster, unfortunately, I probably would give a 2 though, because there's no flight, no one can carry. There's no powers that there's no support powers except for Shard, and Shard eventually gets. Let me just check for team ups, but Shard doesn't get, there's no support powers like Outwit or Perplex until late dial on all of these characters. So unfortunately, as much as I like the characters, this booster is definitely like a 2 for sure. So I would use, if I pulled sealed and I had another booster with good range pieces, I'm definitely pulling using Chode, because he has the empower trait. I mean, he has enhancement traded, and he has defend traded. So that's really, really great. And he's a good range piece himself. So go right ahead, sir.
Okay. I mean, although I do love Trinary and I love Chode. I mean, they're great pieces. So I don't know. Maybe in sealed, that's not a very good
I mean,
booster. But
Trinary is going to be fun though. In constructed, Trinary is going to be amazing.
yeah, she's gonna
I
be
can't
fun.
wait for her. Yeah, yeah. 30
I mean,
points to
because
boost.
who doesn't
Go
love
ahead.
robots? I love robots.
We know. Tony and I had an amazing, we had an interesting battle during the Captain America set. He pulled Ultron, and I was scared to my boots to
Oh
play
yeah.
that daggone thing. But
Well,
it was
you definitely took care of him though in that game. I remember.
I think you crit missed. I think you just missed. He needed like a 5 and he rolled a 4, and I was like, shoo.
All
I
right,
don't
so
wish.
we got
Go
another
ahead.
package deal here. This is Storm. I got Storm. I'm afraid to
Nice.
take her. I'm afraid to take her out of her packaging. I want to
Oh
see what her.
man, let the people see that
I want
thing.
to.
That
I
thing.
want to see what her sculpt looks like. This is a
Yeah.
really good looking Storm. I mean,
Look at that.
yeah, right.
Storm always gets good sculpts though. I've never seen a bad Storm sculpt. Like I've never seen one.
Yeah, but
She always gets good sculpts.
just if I don't know, I don't know if I can get it close enough to the camera, but the
Mhm.
detail on her face is very good.
It's good, and you know what? That's what you see people ragging on. On the eyes and this or that. Folks, you got to remember that it's literally, I think, either a machine or a person just pressing a machine. These things aren't hand painted, I don't think. So when you get a really good face or you get a derpy face, it happens.
And then there's Sinister Clone, Sunspot, the darker version of
Oh
Sunspot,
yeah, good
Beast,
man.
and Psylocke, not the common
The
Psylocke.
common one. Yeah, so
And
that's cool.
Sinister Clone, I'm not a big fan of his sculpt. He just looks really like stretched out. He's like,
I,
ah.
I'm I'm so tired of people doing that pose. Zatara, Joker, Blight. There's
Well,
too many people
I
being
think
like,
I think Joker it fits him really well.
I, I get it. I'm tired of seeing it. Realistically, I'm so tired of seeing it. So, okay. So, what would you give that booster? Did you already rate it?
Let me see. I did not rate this booster. I mean, you got Perplex. You got a bunch of Perplex. Actually, you got two Perplex. You got a Flyer. You
Mhm.
got Storm with the Krekone Revival. I mean, three, I guess.
Sun,
Right?
I really like that Sunspot. That Sunspot hits for he's got Psychic Blast, man. He's good. That Sunspot is actually really dope. And then when you target him, he gets to heal. That's pretty good as a matter of fact. So again, this is the back coming from the left. So I got
Let me ask you something, Antonio. So,
oh
if you were playing this sealed, if you know if it was
mm-hmm,
opened up and everybody was playing sealed with this set, what
mm-hmm.
are your thoughts on the number of improved targeting pieces in this set? Because there are tons of improved targeting characters, improved targeting hindering. You could just shoot behind characters with everybody.
Going behind, going back to the Professor X. That Professor X shoots through a lot of stuff, including characters. It's a lot of characters that are good tie-ups. Again, Wolverine, the common Wolverine having stealth. You play Wolverine in there. You say you have a cheap TK like Cypher. You let Cypher TK Professor X. Professor X mind controls somebody. The improved targeting is insane. But I will say, someone like Storm, the lightning, I mean, she should be able. I'm one of those people that Storm should just be like lightning, come down, and she should be able to kind of shoot through characters. Jean, anyone, I do think anyone with telepathy really should have ignored characters because it's like I know where you are because of your mind. But I don't mind it as much. But just like when they started with improved targeting, they went nuts. When the first set that had improved targeting, almost every character had like improved targeting, hindering, and characters and elevated. So this set they done a lot. I don't expect a lot of it in the Wonder Woman set though. So
Yeah.
but this booster has uncommon Psylocke, Sage, Elixir, Tessa, and Kid Omega Red. I mean rare. This booster I'm gonna give a. If I'm being honest about the situation, I'm gonna give this booster again a probably like a 2. There's no flight. There is lots of support right here between these two. Is really good. Kid Omega is another one of those pieces where Kid Omega sees through. He ignores hindering already, and then when he uses his mind control, which he has traded, which I love. He ignores elevated and characters. So he's like a Professor X for 10 less points. He does have willpower. He does have shape change, which I love. I love evasion figures. For 65 points, he's pretty good. He does have a stop click with that 11, 4 damage, super senses on a stop. So on click number 3, he has running shot, psychic blast, 4 damage with super senses, and he has mind control traded. And again, he can be in stealth and shoots through stealth. And that alone is really, really good. But with everything else, it's not enough to really back him up like I would want to. So, but I do really like Kid Omega. I like, not only do I love the character. If you read comics, Kid Omega is just really dope. And they did a story where he eventually gets the Phoenix Force and he comes to save Wolverine. And it's just, he has a really good scene with Wolverine and he comes back. He looks really cool. So I am really glad that they did Kid Omega well. His sculpt is okay. Everything else, again, is okay. Now, you know what? I'm going to say something real quick. This is something I wish WizKids would stop doing, right? So when you look at Sage, I got both Sages. So you see that Sage is definitely supposed to look like she's doing some kind of computer something or touching like a screen or something like that. I wish that they would just do that. I wish that they would just put even like a little piece of plastic connected to her hands to look like she's touching a screen or something like that. This is what I call cyborg syndrome. I don't know if you were playing at the time, but they had the Teen Titans team base cyborg. His hand is out because he's supposed to be on the team base. But if you never got that team base, you just had a cyborg that has his hand just out. So I understand why they did this sculpt. I really would have liked for them to do one of this hand right here that they have raised, just a clear piece of plastic attached to it to show that she was touching a screen, because that's what Sage does. That's what her role is. She's a tech person for Krakoa. I really wish that going forward, if you were going to do people like that, give a little bit of something extra and just put that little piece of plastic on those pieces just to show that she's doing something a little bit extra. And you could do it on the yellow version, not the black version, to show the difference of the characters if you really wanted to. So
yeah,
that's the artist in, you know?
Yeah. No, good point. I mean, I think the more detail that they put into the sculpts, the better. Yeah, for sure. I mean, usually they do it on higher rarities, but yeah.
Yeah, that little piece of plastic ain't killing anything. That's a small piece of plastic.
All right, let's see what we got
that's
here.
not killing anything. I feel the same way about people that have like shooting or something like that. Energy. Put a little energy blast on it.
I did it.
Kudos to you, sir.
This is booster number 5. Let's see what I have. Oh, so this looks like Sage, Dr. Alia Gregor, Tempest, Corsair, and Armor. Okay.
What do you rate that booster?
I mean, it's tough.
It is tough. It is tough.
I don't think it's that good.
Rated as such, then. Rated as such.
I would say it too. Then I'm afraid to say ones because, like, that's a little extreme. But like, I don't know. Like,
I think a 1 is extreme because you do have armor that gives 18 defense.
Yeah.
But you do. The only problem is you don't have enough attackers. Corsair's your only attacker. Everybody else is support. And Gregor doesn't do anything with anybody in your booster. She doesn't. No one else really makes. What do you think of Tempest, though? Let me ask you. What do you think of Tempest?
Tempest, I think it's a fun piece. Doing that unlimited prop thing is a fun thing. Would really I risk good. It? Would I risk it in like a tournament or something like that? Probably not. I don't know.
See, this is the thing that people aren't understanding. I think from the stuff that people have said is when you take her off the map, she gets put back on the map. She'll be dealt 1 damage, but she gets put right back on the map at the beginning of your turn. Not on your opponent's turn, but on your turn. When you put her somewhere, she has phasing. So she can literally just phase right wherever, right after she's placed. So it's not like people have been down on her because, yeah, she'll possibly be stranded somewhere, but she's good enough where she can just phase 10 squares on her own. I mean, it's not, again, it's not meta per se, but she's not. I think she's a great figure if you base your team around attacking, being able to potentially prob every time someone attacks as many times as you need to. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, all right, next booster. Something's moving. Oh no, that might be up. So I got my look. My cards weren't they weren't even in the they weren't even sealed. All right. So I got Beast, Sunspot, Zorn, Wolverine, and Cecilia, Dr. Cecilia Reyes. So this booster, I would actually give a, I would actually give this booster a 4.
I was gonna say the same thing. That's a great
I,
booster.
I would give this you got 4 attackers. You got a support person that supports and heals. You have an X-Men theme team. Everyone can use, or except for Cecilia. Cecilia can't use X-Men team ability for some odd reason when she's clad in X-Men. And she has the keywords. No team up cards, but Zorn is really, really cool, especially since you have Zorn come out, or you can have Zorn. You can have Zorn come in from 8 range, drag somebody even 2 squares in, have Sunspot come in and finish them off with his psychic blast, or potentially have Wolverine run up to him. It's this. I really like this booster. Zorn's a really good rare. Yeah, this is really cool. Go right ahead, sir.
All right. By the way, I wanted to mention, you pulled Chode, you pulled Professor X. These are
Yes.
both Starjammer keyworded figures, and I know you're a big fan of Starjammer in this set.
I really love the Starjammers. I think even if you just play the original 5, Waldo with Starjammers makes them really, really good. Chode with Starjammers makes them really, really, really good. Um, I mean, I can't. I'm a close combat guy. I like characters that get up in your face. I don't like to just sit back and snipe. I like to get in the scrum. Raza is exactly what you want. If you can get away from outwit, you just run Raza up on whoever you want. That 4 through 6 super senses, come get it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So let's see what's in booster number 6 for me. This is booster number 6. We have
Nice.
Sage,
Mm-hmm.
Polaris,
Mm-hmm.
Moira X,
Mm.
Shard, and Vulcan. The Vulcan, the regular Vulcan, not the Prime.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can tell by no cape.
Yeah. So let's see. I mean, Vulcan by itself is a beast. He's gonna be a beast in sealed for sure.
He's gonna be meta. Come on.
I think
Come
this is a good pack. Yeah. I mean, because you have Moira X and and
Moira X is amazing. Okay. Moira
Sage
X
has
is
the outwit,
amazing.
so Moira X is amazing. Vulcan's amazing. I would give this like a 4 or 5 for sure.
I honestly would give it 4.5 top, like easy. Polaris to TK Vulcan in or out. People are sleeping on Shard too. Is she meta? Of course not, but she's really a fun figure, and just attacking her, then she can possibly use range combat expert after she does that. That's pretty daggone good. So I love it. All right. This has a teeny bit of weight to it. Let's see. I got Hope, Sinister Clone, Emma, Trinary, and Wolverine. Why was it so? Oh, it's the Krakoan Revival. And I got a team up card. So I got Wolverine that teams up with Marvel Girl and Cyclops. And it says that for each 3, if all listed friendly characters are on the map when they attack, they modify damage +1 for each 3 in their final attack roll. So I think that's pretty good. Wolverine can potentially flurry now for 4 damage if he has a 3 on both attacks, which is great. Cyclops potentially can, blast you for a bunch. And I can be any Cyclops, which we all know that if you play in Golden, you bust out the 50-point super rare Cyclops, and now he's just having his way with you. And Marvel Girl, she's that Jean now potentially hits for 4. she's pretty good. As far as this booster, I don't mind it so much because I would give it a 3. Emma actually makes the X-Men really good if you want to try to double tap them. She makes them really good. Hope is definitely gonna choose all of her powers from Wolverine, so that means she'll have charge, she'll have blades, she'll have stealth, and she'll have, I think, super senses to start, or no, combat reflexes to start. So that makes her really good. Triner is okay. Perplex is always a good thing, but I really do like Emma. Emma's trait that makes it so that if a friendly X-Men is close, after they've been hit, they only take a maximum of 1 damage. That really allows people to make it so that you can't really double tap somebody the way that you might want, which I actually really like. So I would give that booster probably realistically a 3.5. I don't mind those characters. Hope is sneaky good. She's sneaky good.
Okay. All right, so this is booster number 7 for me.
Indeed.
Oh, we have
somebody can bubble wrap. Is that Juggy?
That's Juggy. Yep.
I told you.
I told you. Nice. So I got Juggernaut.
There you go. So if you pull an Old Man Phoenix in your brick, you're probably going to pull a Juggernaut as well. Congratulations to you, good sir. This is a good unboxing for you, for sure.
Juggernaut, Douglock, Beast, Cypher, and Forge. That sounds like a good booster to me. Yeah.
Forge has Perplex, and double Perplex if you don't perplex up damage. So he can make Juggernaut dang near unhittable in most cases. Now if you play Juggernaut at full, now Forge makes him a 21. And that Juggernaut is amazing. What's your thoughts on Juggernaut?
Oh, I love him. I think he's great.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's a great piece. This was, to me, this is probably the best next to Devil Dinosaur, which I like quirky characters that make stuff. Put him up next to another character just so you can see the enormity. Put him next to Forge.
Yeah, well, Forge is actually pretty big too, but yeah.
I mean, all of them are going to be big, but yeah. I mean, even if you lift Forge up to where the rubble starts, he's still bigger than him. You know, even if you meaning like if you put Forge where his first bent forward, if you raise him up. Raise Forge up to where Juggernaut's foot is. Yeah, you still see Juggernaut is hulking over him, which it should be.
It should be.
Normally, that's the way it should be. You know, and they usually do that with Juggernaut sculpts. I will say they even though the Juggernaut sculpt in Dark Phoenix is actually very small compared to what you would think a Juggernaut should have been. He should have been really, really big, and he's not. So I'm gonna do this one. All right. What you said you rate that booster a 5, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
for sure. All right. Let's see what we got. So we got Cypher, Polaris, Trinary, Hepzibah, and Glob Herman. So if my booster goes what I've seen, this is all the last super rare that I'll get, I think, from this. If the distribution stays the same from what I've seen, Glob Herman will be the only one that I have. I would actually rate this a 3. I actually would rate this, as a matter of fact, I would actually rate this, 3.5. I have 2 TK pieces, 2 charge pieces. Hepzibah is sneaky good. For 60 points, she has Perplex traded. So she's always going to have Perplex for anybody on your team. You got one person I can carry, more likely probably her. And everybody else kind of just go along. And then what ends up happening is, or even Glob Herman, Hepzibah can, she has charge with 5, with Blaze and Exploit. So you can Blaze and Exploit somebody, which is amazing. Then it says after charge, when Hepzibah hits, after resolution, she may move up to 3 squares. Hepzibah ignores characters and hindering for movement purposes. So she can run up to you from 5 with a 12 attack to make sure that she hits if you have a high defense, because she has that Perplex. Then after that, and she also has Sidestep and Perplex traded. So then after that, move back 3 squares because she ignores characters for movement, and then sidestep back 2 squares. That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
that's really good,
pretty.
especially if you tied them up with somebody else, and then you're
I
just like,
mean,
okay, I'm gonna close attack you and then run away so you can't hit me.
come on, and ignoring characters for movement on a close combat piece is amazing. I really wish we had a Wolverine that ignored characters for movement purposes, because Wolverine is one of those characters that he's just running in and you're probably not really stopping him and from getting to his target. Glob Herman, the sculpt looks amazing. It reminds me of Operation. You remember that game Operation? I just want to like peek in and like take his little stomach out. Like you can see his little stomach, and even in the back of his, you can't see it really well through the camera, but in the back, his back rib cage looks really, really well done. He is a super rare, so he should be that rarity. The sculpt is cool. Overall, Hepzibah's sculpt is cool. Trinary again is one of those characters where I wish they would have kind of did her pose a little bit different, but if you read the book X-Men Red that she premiered in, she doesn't do a whole bunch of fighting. She really just controls like a wild sentinel, which is pretty awesome. So overall, again, I would give this booster like a 4 easily. You got 2 TKs, you got 2 characters that you want up in someone's face, and Trinary realistically can just sit back and in-cap people with a 19 from range. It's not. Is it the best? Of course not. Is it horrible? Not even a little bit.
No, and that Glob Herman, he's got plasticity poison, right?
Yes, he does. He has plasticity traded and he has poison traded. And I think when he deals poison to you, he gives you an action token. It's a lot of soft defense. It's a lot of soft defenses. It's a lot of outwit in the set too. It's a whole bunch of outwit.
All right. Booster number 8 for me.
Let's see. Getting down to the wire.
I don't know how many super rares I've actually gotten.
You got Juggernaut. You got the Chase. I don't know.
Let's see. Well, this might be one here. Oh, look at this. Oh, what is this? You're not even. Oh, we got an Apocalypse Prime, folks.
What?
Yes.
Insanity. Insanity.
I think this is like Scott's brick here that
it's Scott's brick. That's Scott's brick.
We got
Apocalypse congratulations, Prime. Tony. Congratulations, sir. You got an amazing brick.
This is a great brick.
That's it. No, man, that's amazing. You realistically got 2 of the most wanted characters in the set from the general public. Maybe not the meta, but from the general public, you got the 3 figures that everyone wants. Everybody wants a Juggernaut. Everybody wants Old Man Phoenix, and everybody wants that Prime Apocalypse. Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you. Yes, this is very happy with this.
For sure. What would you rate that booster? What else was even in there?
So I don't even know. Okay, Elixir. We got Elixir, Tempest, Trinary, and Psylocke, Common Psylocke. So
there you go. You would have a support character for Apocalypse. Like, I mean, you could just play Elixir.
I could just play them all as horsemen, right? Do they all fall under? Are they all under 50 points?
Yeah, I think all of them are like 50 points or under.
Yeah, there's my horseman right there.
Yeah, nastiness.
That's great.
That is amazing. Okay, so I got Shard, Armor, Emma, Sunspot, and Forge. Again, this booster is probably a 2. Emma I like. Armor's great. This is one of those I gotta make you come to me kind of teams. Sunspot's okay. Armor giving him 18 will be great, and if you come up to him, he'll have a 20 from range. Forge again can double perplex anybody that I want, so he can make Emma shoot from 8 away. It's okay, or he can bump up Armor's defense to make sure she stays okay. Let's see if I got any team up cards, because those are always good. Nope, no team up cards. All right, go right ahead, sir.
All right, booster 9.
Indeed. So, I've been paying attention to all of the distribution, and your distribution definitely bodes with what is pulled when you pull those characters. So usually when you pull an Old Man Phoenix, a lot of times you will pull a Juggernaut, or in your case, a Juggernaut, and you pulled Scott Porter's brick all day.
All right, so we got Raza,
Nice.
Wolverine uncommon. You know what's
Mm-hmm.
interesting is I haven't pulled a Wolverine common yet. I haven't
Wow.
pulled a common Wolverine in any of my because I've opened other stuff too. I've gotten other product too, and I haven't you opened any
Well,
Wolverine.
I definitely have a. I think I pulled one. I definitely, or one or possibly two. I definitely have one for you. Between don't you worry, sir.
Okay, so here we got an uncommon Wolverine, Raza,
Nice.
Domino. This is which Domino is this? There's only one Domino, right?
There's
Yeah,
only one domino. Yeah, the other one's in the fast
the
forces.
other one's in the Fast Forces. Then we have Moira X, and Psylocke. Psylocke, lots of Psylocks. All right, yeah. So
What?
that's Raza is a great piece. Raza is a great. I mean, he 4 through 6 Super Senses is always good, and then like what else does he do? Let me
He
see.
does have prob. He does have prob on his second click, which I hate prob on the second click, but what it does is it makes him pushable. A lot of people don't like to push off if someone doesn't have willpower. Raza, I think, is just absolutely. I think he's a beast. 45 points of eating your face off, man. I absolutely love him. Look at that, 11 attack. Yeah, send it.
Oh, so
Precision
yeah.
strike.
So if you what I like about it, if you go after him and you don't outwit Super Senses, which would be stupid, but like then if you go after him, then after resolutions deal damage to the attacker equal to their printed damage value if
And
he
that's the thing.
if he evades.
People people always think that, oh, all you got to do is outwit. Well, if outwit was so easy to just use on people, the game would be so different. Outwit would be on every single team. Outwit is not on every team in the game, especially in the meta. Outwit is not on every team. It's just not. And Raza, with proper positioning, the way Raza works with that traded in power and the figures that you have in that, again, let Moira X just go up in there, and then now Moira X will potentially just. I mean, I love Moira X. I think she's an amazing piece, but having Empower traded, positioning your characters around people will definitely get you exactly where you want to go. All right, let's see what we got. So we got Forge, uncommon, Vulcan, Ilya Gregor, uncommon Wolverine, and the other Forge too. So again, this is one of those boosters where I mean, I would give this probably, I would definitely give this probably like a 4. I really enjoy this uncommon Wolverine. Again, you're gonna get. I could easily build a theme with this. Even 75-point Vulcan, if I wanted to fit all 4 of these on the squad, 75-point Vulcan is still a nasty, nasty piece. I can make a 3-man squad with 1, 2, and 3, and then now you might not hit Vulcan, or I can perplex up Vulcan to what would be, I think like a 12 or I think a 13 attack. Yeah, Vulcan would have a 13 attack through Forge, and then now he hypersonics and potentially punches 2 people in the face. You can't shape change out of it. You barely can super sense out of it because him having precision strike and having battle fury. And Vulcan's an amazing piece and a complete upgrade from the last version that we got of him in GSX. I really want if even though this sculpt is nice, if I had Vulcan Prime, I would probably want to sculpt swap and put the old GSX one on it because he had the flames all in the back. It was very like a kind of an epic sculpt. Um, I'm really sad that these forges aren't doing anything forge like. He's just kind of standing like, yeah, man. So what are you doing after work? Kind of, hand on his hip. Forge State has stood like this in the books, but I would think that after they've made Forge, this is the third time they've made Forge. Both other Forge sculpts, he had action in it. So when you do sculpt reuse, I really wish they would have just said screw it and then reuse the sculpt from the WKO fig / Wolverine the X-Men fig where he's like shooting both of the guns. He has both
Yeah.
the guns in his hand shooting. I wish they would have done that one. But the face on Forge does look really good. I mean, it's one of those things where I do wish they would have did that for sure. So
Which Wolverine do you like better, by the way? Do you like the common Wolverine or the uncommon?
2 attacks is always going to be better than 1. So for realistically, I'm gonna say the the common one. I have grown to like the uncommon one because he does have the toughness and he does have the auto healing. So people don't understand that. I mean, again, now in the game, and especially in the meta, 50 points gets you a lot of stuff. But throwing a 50-point figure that has a traded reducer and auto healing at the beginning of his turn does definitely make it so he's my kind of bruiser. If you tap the common one who costs 10 points more, if you tap him really good and he has no blades, so you're only hitting for 3 necessarily just base. If you hit both attacks, you'll hit for 6. But if you miss one of those and then you're just attacking for 3, that's good. But if you attack the other one has exploit at 50 points. I played a game before we got on here where he one-shotted Emma. Just ran up on her, exploited her, rolled a.
So he has 2-point lines, right? Or he has.
Yeah, 50. He has the uncommon. The uncommon has he has 2-point lines, and at his second point line, he has blade. He has charge, blades, super senses, and exploit weakness. He has exploit weakness his first 4 clicks, 11 attack, 17 defense, but Wolverine shouldn't have high defense. It's Wolverine. He runs in there. But super senses giving me evasion, toughness, making it so that the average person that hits for 3, they're only going to hit me for 2. You got to double tap them. Anytime you got to double tap a 50-point piece in this game is I think is pretty good. And again, he takes a maximum of 3 damage from attacks. So even if you hit him real good, he's only taking a maximum of 3. Even if you did hit him with exploit weakness back, he's only taking 3. So you literally cannot one-stroke this character, and that's traded. So of course you can pulse wave gets through everything. So that goes without saying. I never mention pulse wave and stuff because pulse wave goes through everything and everyone knows that. And he also this uncommon Wolverine also ignores hindering for movement. I absolutely love that. So park him in hindering. He has an 18. He has willpower, of course. He does have Horseman keyword, which allows him to do some cool stuff with the apocalypses and everything. I dig him for sure.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I like the common because he's got stealth too, but the uncommon, I mean, you make some really good points about the uncommon, so I might give that a try too.
I mean, I think it's worth it for sure. I think it's worth it. Last booster.
Let's
see what you got, good sir. If you pull anything else, man, I'm just gonna pass out. Okay. If you pull anything else good, it's like
all right.
Prime and provoking.
We got.
Oh, you got a Richter. I got see a Richter. It card.
I got Richter. Yeah.
I can see. I got good. Even through Zoom, man, I got good eyes.
Here.
That's amazing, Tony. What a brick, bro. What a brick you got.
The other ones are Sinister Clone, Forge. Oh, there's my common Wolverine. There we go.
Yep, there you go. So what would you rate that booster then?
Well, I like Richter a lot.
40 points is amazing.
He's 40 points. He's really good.
Yeah.
That common Wolverine's good. Let me see if he comes with a team up card and just make sure. No. That would be crazy if I had a team up card. All right, so Sunspot is I mean, you got a little perplex, a little enhancement, or a little power and power. I mean, you got two good attackers, so maybe like a 3 or a 4.
I really like that Richter. The Richter placed with your Wolverine with proper placement. If you get at an angle, if you get at the correct angle with like a doorway or a wall, you could send Wolverine in there to attack somebody, and then Richter can put up that barrier for free and then block them off so they can't retaliate against Wolverine. And then potentially, if done right, then Richter can quake from there because he does that 1 square of blocking for free.
Oh, yeah, so he's like a crazy, he's kind of reminds me of Quake from Captain America and the Avengers.
Definitely.
Only like the super rare version,
Yeah.
Does other things.
The sculpt is really nice. That sculpt is nice though. That sculpt, I saw that sculpt before. That sculpt is amazing for a Richter. I would have wanted a Richter where like he shows the earth kind of coming up, Remember the from the Joker's Wild, the Sandman one where he has like the earth coming behind him. Yeah. And he's like doing like this and like the earth's coming behind him. I would have liked a Richter like that, or a Richter where like he's pointing to the ground and like the ground is coming up. I would have liked that
Yeah.
on him too. That would have been very cool as well. You know, very
Let,
cool. All right, let's
let's
see what we
let's
got.
go, Antonio. Here we go.
I got Mr. Sinister, Magneto, Sunspot, Domino, and Sage. I would give this booster definitely a. I actually give this booster a 4, simply because this Magneto is. I think he's great at all the different point values. I would probably start him at the 90, so I could play him and Sinister together, and then round it out at with probably Sunspot and Domino. So you have two taxis. So you have 4 characters, and then you got 2 taxis. You got Prob to make sure he hits. Sinister's a pretty good tie-up piece, even though he's really, really expensive. Let's see if I got any team-up cards, because those are always fun. I do. I got a team-up card with Magneto. It's the Acolytes theme team. When establishing theme teams, friendly characters with the Acolytes keyword gain the Brotherhood of Mutants keyword. So you can put some of those Acolyte figures from the Dark Phoenix saga set. Some of those, the cheaper figures. I forgot what her name was, but the one that's like 25 points and has like perplex or something like that. You definitely can do that, and then they can use their trait on Magneto, where you hit Magneto, and of course they take the damage, even though Magneto starts with Mastermind at 90 points. I really do like the fact that if you don't even have outwit on him, and Magneto's another one of those characters that has improved targeting for movement. So I'm probably putting actually Sinister in front of him. I'm probably carrying around running shotgun with Sinister. So I can place Sinister right in front of me, literally just like this. You would only see Sinister being like, hey, shoot at me, guy. And then Magneto's blasting you in the face. And then, have have Domino kind of backing him up. If you attack Magneto and you don't outwit him first, if you let him easily get attacked up close, you're probably playing him wrong. But at range, he's going to have a 20. Good luck hitting that. Even if you got a 13 attack, there's still a 7, which still is not anything above a 6 is still, quoted as a high probability roll. The sculpt isn't horrible. We've seen Magneto sculpts like this. The face does look good. Again, Sinister face looked good, but this pose is not as good as the last 2 Sinisters that we got. In the Xavier School set, the Sinister looked a lot. He looked a lot better. As a matter of fact, I like Mr. Sinister. This sculpt just looks a lot cooler. And he's doing something, even though he's just standing there, just this little bit of something gives it more of that, again, Sinister kind of feel. This bodes more with how, I guess, Sinister is in the book, where he's very comical, very kind of a jokester kind of guy, and hiding his, I guess, deep down evilness. But I also wish they would have made, since Domino, her weapon is her arm, I wish they would have actually did, instead of bending it like this, I wish they would have had her kind of like shooting it out, since this is what she actually shoots out of this arm with the Krakoan stuff that she has. Yeah. I really do wish they would have made it so that she has more of an action pose. It literally could have been easy. Instead of the bend, it just could have made it straight. And that would have been really good. I also am mad that the black version, like the powered up version of Sunspot, doesn't have like the kind of Kirby crackle around him, like the little balls, like again, like the Wolverine and X-Men version. Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't do that, or even make it so that he has some energy coming out of his hands, like something to show that like I'm like, when he's one of the few mutants that when he's using his power, you should be able to see it. He's kind of got like an aura of power around him.
Did you see the New Mutants, the movie?
I have not seen it yet, and I honestly, I don't know if I ever will, considering what I know of it. I watched a kind of review of it. I know Dr. Cecilia Reyes is in there. It's a lot of stuff. And the best thing about it looks like, is like Ileana looks spot on. Wolfsbane looks spot on. I guess Cannonball looks kind of spot on, but everything else, I'm like, y'all could have did better. And it's in 2020. Like in this period of time, movies should be exactly what we want them to be. The New Mutants is not what we want this to be. Knowing that Marvel are making movies the way that they're making them, they could have done a lot better. So I don't think I'm ever going to really see it realistically.
Okay. Yeah. No, I saw it. Which is I just watched it a couple days ago.
What do
It
you think?
was cool to see some of the characters from, from this set because like I don't know if they did that on purpose, but or well no those characters are from the book too. So,
I mean, they're
but
from New
you know
Mutants.
there was Cecilia Reyes. There was it was I thought it was good. It wasn't bad. Like I mean that's just it for me. It was you know.
If I get to, if
My
someone's
wife
like,
liked it a lot, and she doesn't like comic books or anything like that, and
oh,
she liked it a lot. So
because
for somebody that's not into that stuff, it was pretty good for that type of a viewer.
and that's because it wasn't geared toward the comic book fan. Supposedly, it was actually advertised as a horror film. So I will say, if your wife liked it, that's always a good thing. Not saying that women or wives liking comic books is like a weird thing, but the fact that, like
Yeah.
you said, she usually doesn't like those movies and she likes it, I think that's awesome. I'm so happy that you got everything. I wish I would have got a better brick, but
Well, you did get a case, so
I did get a case, and
the
I
other
am gonna.
brick the other brick is
I
gonna be amazing.
I all of my fingers are crossed, including my thumbs.
Did you
Everything.
pull a chase yet? No, what did you pull? What did you pull? What was your? Did you pull a prime?
Um,
I kind of
out of
forgot.
here, out of here, no prime, only two SRs, Black Tom and Glob Herman.
Okay, yeah. So
It is what it
it
is.
is what it is.
Again, it is what it is. I know everything is wonky. Yes, the price hike does suck to know that there's not at least another super rare or possibly a prime in this brick, but it's not, I don't think I can't just throw the hammer down on WizKids. It's not like they did that on purpose. And also, WizKids has never guaranteed a rarity in sealed case or a sealed brick or anything like that. They've never done that. So while it does suck because that's what we were used to at this point, it's not something that WizKids has ever went on file and said, hey, in every brick there's going to be this and every brick there's going to be that. It does suck again, but you know what? It's better than nothing. And knowing in a pandemic that we both have the ability and everyone who's pulling boosters to actually buy little plastic figurines that we enjoy, that's a blessing. And I'll take it as it is.
Yes. Those are definitely true words. All right. Um, yeah, yeah, we're both gonna find out what we pull in our other respective bricks, and
Yeah.
hopefully. Oh, by the way, just to plug this at the end of the video. So this
Mhm.
was this was a double brick unboxing that you just watched. But I do have my Epilepsy Foundation charity tournament coming up, the Coffee and Clicks Classic. It
Indeed.
will start next week. We already have 24 people in the tournament,
Good
and
job.
yeah, we've raised almost $600, and um, stay tuned for it. Like I'm gonna probably be recording some games for my channel, so stay tuned and see. I might throw some of those up on my channel. So
Do so for
yeah.
sure.
All right, guys. So without further ado, or well, I guess that's the wrong thing to say, but don't forget, wake up and smell the clicks, and it's been fun. Take care, everybody.